So morning folks, and welcome to the ultimate, what I think is the ultimate helmet camera setup for motovlogging. And I used to use the drift camera on the side of my helmet, but that was only 1080p, and I wanted to update my camera setup as the technology moved on over the last couple of years. So yeah, in the last couple of months I purchased a Osmo.action camera. And basically I've been using this for video, and then I've been using the Drift Ghost S for the audio. And the reason why I wasn't using the Osmo.action camera for the audio was simply because the Action didn't have at that time a accessory to plug in the side of it, which was the mic adapter. Now in the last week I have received the new mic adapter for the Osmo.action, and I'm happy to say it absolutely works perfectly. So it's really slimline, and it really fits perfectly with the helmet setup. So if you look at the GoPro system, you'll see that they have a mic adapter, which basically is a brick, and you need to strap this to the side of your helmet with tape or something, and it just looks really messy and too large. So yeah, DJI have come up with a really unique product. What I'll do now is I'll show you the GoPro brick that you need if you were using a GoPro camera. This is the one that I don't like. I've tried GoPro cameras in the past, but just the fact that you need this huge brick the size of a camera, which is a mic adapter, put me off. And when DJI, who have been very famous in drone manufacturing and quality of video for stabilization and everything like that, when they brought out the Osmo.action, and I couldn't wait to pick this up. A few of the features is basically it comes with a front-facing screen and a back-facing screen. As you can see, the back-facing screen here, it's all touchscreen, and you can alter all the settings up to 4K 60. You can do up to 1080p 120 frames per second. It has too many functions to go into on this video, but I normally keep it set on 2.7K 60 frames per second. Just in the standard settings, I don't use rock steady, which is their stabilization, and I just keep it on the widest possible screen format. On the bottom it does have the attachments like the GoPro mounts, so if you've got any existing GoPro mounts you can use those as well. And what I like on top as well, you get an indicator to show whether it's recording or not, a little green light there. You get an on button, and the one with the red dot is the record button. And then on the side you get another button, which is basically the quick action button, which you can hold for 2 seconds, and then basically it will switch to the front screen. So if you were doing a vlog setup, you have a front screen and you can see what you're looking at through there as well. Yeah, so let's show you how I fit it to my helmet. Okay, so on the front of the helmet you can see here I use a standard GoPro attachment. However, I've peeled the sticky 3M tape off this, and I've used a product which is called Sugru, which is a moldable glue. Because of the shape of the very front tip of the helmet, I've needed something else that could mold and set like hard rubber. So the Sugru, I'll put a link to it in the description below and a picture just here. And basically you mold it with your fingers, you put it into place and leave it for 24 hours, and then you've got like a solid hard rubber sticky mount on the front of your helmet there, and that's solid, it's not going to come off, but you can actually remove this stuff and not leave any marks on the helmet. So yeah, prefer to use that, and you can buy that in any hobby store around the UK, or you can buy it online from eBay or Amazon. It's called Sugru. And then what I do, I attach a normal GoPro mount setup and a couple of brackets to angle it here. And what I do then is I basically put the camera in place and just screw it up like so. So once I've attached the Osmo Action, what I do is then just adjust the angle so that you get the perfect view that you see in my videos. So DJI have just released the mic adapter for this product. Like I say, it's really small and not like the GoPro brick. And basically you've got a USB-C that plugs in the side of the camera. On the back you've got a 3.5mm jack plug for normal lavalier mics and things like that, but make sure you're using a mic that has 2 bands on the 3.5mm jack plug, and that will work perfectly. If it has 3 bands, then you won't actually hear any sound coming out and the mic won't work. So 2 bands is what you need. I do recommend getting the Drift Innovations mic, 3.5mm lavalier mic. It's made for action cameras and the drift action cameras, but it's pretty much the best one that I've come across just recently for being perfect sound, no distortion. So that, yeah, it plugs into the back just here, but also on the underside you've actually got a USB-C slot, so you can actually keep this camera charged off a power bank while you're riding along, or have it wired into the bike as well. So that just plugs into the side like so, and as you can see it's nice and slim, and then the mic, 3.5mm mic, just basically plugs into the back just here. So you can see that nice and clearly on the back of the camera. It's not interfering with anything. And then I've got the mic wire going inside the helmet, and I have the mic actually set up and just inside, pilking out of one of the sides of the cheek pads, and that gives me perfect audio. One thing I would recommend, if you are running the mic cable inside the helmet, it's quite long, probably a bit long for what you need. So what you would need to do is just tuck that up round behind all the padding in the head section, and I would also recommend taping it down with some gaffer tape or something like that, just to stop the wires moving around and digging into your head if it moves too much. So that's a recommendation too. So that's how I've got my camera set up currently. It's the DJI Osmo Action camera, and I use that for my motovlog setup currently.
So I'm just doing a test now of the microphone, the new drift mic that I've put inside the helmet, and also I've got the new Osmo Action mic adapter on the front of the helmet now, so no more drift camera on the side of the helmet, and I've got the mic coming straight out of the Osmo Action now, so sounds perfect now, very crystal clear, and also it's coming straight out of the Osmo Action now, so I've no other cameras on my helmet that I'm using to capture audio. This is coming completely out of the Osmo Action. So yeah, let me know how it sounds. I'm currently on the motorway doing about 75, so we have some wind because I've not got any screen on the bike, as you know. Now it's been a naked bike in its raw state. I think with winter coming on, I might put the touring screen back on. So this setup works really well, and I think it'll be very popular, especially with motor vlogging or any type of vlogging.